That was the Jokerrican. I know he got some Puerto Rican in him or whatever, so I didn't think to ask him how he came up with his gamer name. I don't think anyway. I mean, this interview was done a little ways back. It's just coming around in the shuffle of how I do these podcasts and whatnot. But we talked about a whole bunch of interesting things, and some of the stuff he was saying about gaming, the streaming aspect of it, being in front of the camera and playing games and whatnot. He really and genuinely changed my mind about this stuff. And I've been doing it lately, but none to the level of, for entertainment purposes, like how he was saying. I'm not in front of the camera and talking to people and getting in the chat. Because, I mean, honestly, I'm not getting any stream or any traction, from what I'm doing. Because basically, when I play the game, I just turn it on. I just turn a mixer on and I just let it run while I play the game. Sometimes I have the camera on, and then, when I put in my streamer captions or whatever the title for this session is, I put in freaking BC. I mean, not BC, BO for blackout. Whenever you see the BO is blackout mode and the camera's not on, the mic's not on, I'm just sitting here playing video games while the stream is running. So that's just what I've been doing lately. I never really set up a play date. I was invited to a play date by the Fifth Cast, FYFC, MDI and Razor and freaking Sean and all that, Fear and all them and whatnot. So I got some playtime with them and whatnot. So it was pretty cool. But I haven't really set any official 3R show play dates or anything like that. I'm trying to get with my man. I know him to be Olin, his last name. So we can set up a play date and everything. His platform on Mixer is pretty cool, pretty big. And I sat there and I watched him stream as I was telling him. And it was speaking to what he said in the interview. It felt familiar. It's just like, this guy could be my neighbor, and I would love to have him as my neighbor because he's a cool dude. But it harkens back to those days of when, I used to bring my Xbox and a small 13-inch television. I think I even went to a 20-inch when I knew we had some regularity with it to work. And during lunch, we would set up in the back cage area and we would LAN party Halo 2. And we just play all through lunch, desk to desk, we talking shit to each other from across the room and everything. And those were good days. And I guess, the way he put it, streaming can provide that for other people. So, I mean, I'm not totally against it as I was once upon a time a couple months ago. You might have even heard me on the show talking shit about why do I want to sit there and watch another motherfucker play games? But, now I have a better insight on why people do it. And, at least from his perspective and whatnot, and I kind of dig what he was talking about. So I still kind of don't understand it. But at the same time, I have my outlook has changed on the whole thing and whatnot. So if you want to sit there and watch me not say anything and do anything and just watch me play Call of Duty horribly, as I've been doing here most recently, you can follow me on Mixer, and I'll put the information out there or whatever. You'll see it. So, enjoy me dying repeatedly. And, whatever. So, couple things before we ride out. Just found out today that another guy that I used to serve with when I was in the military, killed himself. And, fucking sucks, man. It seems like within this, not, 2019, maybe a little bit of 2018, people just been coming up dead, man. I had a homeboy that I used to work with at my very first duty station. He was stabbed to death, And then somebody else committed suicide. And then I'm just finding out today that, this guy committed suicide, and it's fucking sad, man. And, but not only just to speak to, people of the military or people who have been in the military that go through issues and whatnot, and thinking of suicide and shit as a solution is really not. It's fuck. Anyway, yeah, it's fucking sad. Only thing that I can suggest to you, if you know somebody that has been in the military, I mean, shit, this don't even have to even pertain to military service per se. It's just, somebody that been through some shit, seen some shit or whatever, man. Check up on them, shoot them a text, send them a call, a DM every now and then, just to say what's up, because I mean, the shit comes at you the worst when you're not expecting it, and just like, I can't even tell you the last time I talked to that dude voice to voice or even seen him in person, and just to find out that he came up dead, recently. I mean, that shit fuck with you, man. So, yeah, check on your homies, especially the ones that's fucking funny as fuck. Seem like they ain't got a goddamn care in the world, like nothing get them down. That's the ones you need to especially check up on. Cause I mean, laughter is a mask for pain sometimes and everything. So make sure you just give them a holler, just pull them to the side every now and then, be like, man, you all right? Yeah, man, I'm good. No. Are you all right? So, you just gotta be stern sometimes. You just can't laugh it off and just, go about your business or whatnot. And just, sometimes just be a motherfucker that'll listen to somebody talk. Sometimes somebody just need a person to vent to and everything. So be that for somebody. Anyway, it was kind of hard to go into sponsorships and plugs and everything after that. So, you can follow me on Twitter at 3R Show. You can follow me here on Instagram at the 3R Show. You can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/3R Show. You can find some video content on YouTube. Just look for 3R Show. And for anything that I may have missed or not said, you can go to randomrob.com and you can find that information there. Sponsors. Speaking of randomrob.com, I'm sponsoring myself. You can find many different ways to help support the show, to where it be Amazon links. You just click on it. It'll take you to Amazon. It's a special link that is tailored to me, and you don't pay anything extra. But anytime you purchase something using those links, I get a little on the back end, a little smack on the ass, Also, there's an Amazon wish list to where you can find things that I might need for the show. So you click on that and donate to the show. That'd be fucking awesome. Different ways. If you want to be a Patreon, there's $1 a month to show your support for the show. And you can get some free items and gifts and things and whatnot. And if you want me to produce extra and more content beyond the podcast and whatever I'm doing on YouTube, there's another tier for $10 that you're going to have to pay me to work, motherfucker. So, check that out. All on randomrob.com. And you can also find Hooks, Rubs, and Spice. Goddamn, you know how they slow the record down? My brain just wound up on me and whatnot. I ain't know what the fuck was going on just then. Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. You hear me talk about it all the time. You hear me talk about it enough and praise it enough to where you need to take your ass to Etsy and look up Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. hooksrubsandspices.etsy.com. And, I should start putting this shit on the screen somewhere if I'm going to record it, right? Get 15% off your order if you use promo code RANDOM. Also, you can go to poddecks.com. Look, I'm holding it in my hands right now, just rolling it around ever so gently. And you can go there and get these tools for your podcasting toolkit with 10% off your purchase using the promo code RANDOM. So let's pull a card out here, give you a little sample, whatnot. I got the interview deck. I got the interview deck, second edition. And I got the episode deck. I'll pull from that. Let's see. The episode deck contains 50, unique episode starting prompts to help you stay inspired and consistently release a great product. All right. So these are kind of like, you can do an episode based around these cards right here in the episode pack. Also, I like to mention that there are 2 new deck packs coming around. And it's weird because I'm doing this camera because the camera's right here. This is what I'm looking at. So we're looking eye to eye. I'm locking eyes on you right now. But what I'm seeing to make sure that I'm getting tracked by the camera is right here. So I'm back and forth looking at the both of these. This shit is weird, but I'm looking at you in your eyeballs right now. So, there's 2 new decks that came out. The Would You Rather deck is a card deck that contains would you rather questions. You know how those things are. And then the What the Heck deck. I'm not too privy on what that is, but it's probably some questions or, things that'll make you say, what the heck? Basically I would say, what the fuck? But that's not my product to put that on. Anyway, 5 things I'm excited about right now. Boom. There it is. That's on one of the cards out of the episode deck. So 5 things that I'm excited about right now. Let's see. One for sure is I did a podcast takeover, and I was joined by random Randy Savage of the Cult 45 podcast and Bri-Fi from the Bri-Fi podcast, my man Brian. And we took over the Nerdy Bitches podcast. And, basically, it's a podcast peer group or whatever. There's a whole bunch of us from the Houston area and surrounding. And we got a little group or whatever. And they couldn't do an episode proper for this week. So we volunteered to jump in and take over their shit. So we got on there. We talked about dating and social media dating apps and everything. And it was a great time. I really had fun doing it and whatnot. And I think that me, Randy, and Brian need to, come back together and have an episode continuation with what we talked about in that episode. I'll just bullshit anyway, because I had a real good time. So that's one thing I'm excited about right now. The episode featuring me and the other boys on the Nerdy Bitches podcast. So look up the Nerdy Bitches podcast. 2, let's see, shit, damn, that was kind of hard. And you want me to think of 4 more things? I'm still working. I'm still alive. So that's 3. I'm copping out right now. I just want to get through the rest of the plugs and get the hell on out of here and put this episode out. So, I'm alive. I have a job. I just paid some bills off. So that's 4 things right now. So one more thing I need to be excited about. As I record this, AEW Revolution is going to be airing today. So I guess I'm kind of excited about that. So there you go. 5 things that I'm excited about right now. And somebody can base a whole episode off of that one topic there. So go to poddex.com and get you 10% off your order using promo code random. And last but not least, this is where I cue in the sexy music. Oh yeah, you ready for this? Got to get my gravitas on my. Oh, and then we got camera, so I get to stare you right in your eyes. Hold on, let me take these off. Oh yeah, ooh, barely see. I'm far-sighted. The camera not too far away, but so look into these eyes. I'm here to let you know that if you got some confidence issues in your penile region, you're doubting yourself right now. Or maybe you just have something wrong with your jaw. I don't know. I try to make it rhyme every now and then. But anyway, Blue Chew got the fix for that, baby. You could just be having an off day. Bills piling up. You having some stress at work, whatever the case may be, and you just having some performance anxiety. Blue Chew got you back. They're giving you that pat on the back. Be like, hey, brother, you got this. They're whispering in your ear right now. Blue Chew, I got you, baby. So you can go to bluechew.com. That's BLUE chew.com, and you can get your first order free. You only have to pay $5 shipping. That $5 will be well spent to get you that medicine. It works 2 times faster than, Viagra and Cialis. because it's in chewable form. You can take it on a full stomach. You can take it on an empty stomach, and it'll still get that desired result. And you can fulfill those desires that your significant other would want and shit. All right, cool. We got that out the way. Go to bluechew.com, use promo code random, and what the hell?
Can I go out one more time?
What time is it? Oh, yeah, 6:30.
Got it. Love you.
Love you too. Holy shit, I was so into what the fuck I was doing. I don't even know how long the kid was in here. Oh shit. Oh, well, at least that. I hope she don't go to bluechew.com and use promo code random and get some Blue Chew. This would be crazy for a 9-year-old girl to use. Hey, shout outs to VV from the Not Perfect Just Broke podcast for suggesting Pink Chew. Maybe that's something the sponsors could look into, some Pink Chew for ladies. Sometimes ladies have some performance anxieties or whatever the case may be. I don't know how the lady parts work in that aspect, but yeah, look into it, Blue Chew. Talking to you. Put my glasses on because my vision getting blurry. That's everybody, I believe. We done talked about hooks, rubs, and spices, promo code random. We done talked about pod decks, promo code random, and Blue Chew, promo code random. That's all the different places that you can go and save, baby. And one last thing that I want to talk about, and it's completely free. You want to show your support for this podcast and any other podcast that you listen to. Write reviews, like, subscribe, retweet, tell a friend, make them listen. It's one thing to tell your friends to listen to this show, but you got to watch them sometimes. Cause the motherfucker, I'll watch it, dog. And I'll listen to it, man. And then as soon as you turn your back, and bitches like, whatever. So make them motherfuckers listen. Take their phone from them. Like I did in the beginning of my podcast. When I was still in the military, I was at the motor pool. I took everybody's phones and I subscribed to my podcast so they can get automatic downloads and shit. So that's probably why I get so many downloads now. They probably forgot about it, got new phones and still logged into their account and it's just downloading somewhere. I started my own farm for downloading and shit. So that's what I did. That's just a suggestion. But that's the free way that you can help support the show. Write reviews, baby. Tell everybody that this show is great or kind of great, whatever. And one last thing that I'll ask of you is a couple things, really. March is tomorrow as I record this. So the countdown has begun to the 4th annual Ask Miss B-Rob. So basically what that is for the life of this podcast going on for every year, Mrs. B-Rob, as a gift to me on my birthday, she comes on the show and she answers questions from you, the listener, the viewer, or whatever have you, the homie. So, send those questions my way, baby, and I'll catalog them and everything, and she'll come on the show live. And that might be a thing we can do. We can host the show live. We can do it live and in color and whatnot. And she'll answer those questions that you have for her. And it could be anything. Wheelbarrow full of dicks on the question in one year asking, does anal sex feel like pooping? So that's the caliber of questions that you can ask my wife. So use that hashtag Ask Miss B-Rob on Twitter, or I'll have a post on Instagram and you can just put your questions down in there. So send whatever random questions you have. It doesn't matter what it is, what it's about. It can be about politics. It can be what her favorite color is, and whatever questions you have, and she will answer them on the show. And the last thing, since we're in my birthday month, March, starting tomorrow, your birthday gift to me, which is totally free, how I talked about reviews and everything, I am trying to achieve 100 Apple Podcast reviews. As we sit right now, as I record this and I look into the camera, we are at 95. There's 5 more reviews left. That's all I need. That's all I'm asking. If you want to write reviews beyond these 5 reviews, I very, very much appreciate it. But right now, my goal is to hit 100 reviews by March 29th, which is my birthday. So we're almost there. We're in March here within the next 24 hours of me recording this. And I'm just 5 away. I just need 5 more. 5 more. So, yeah. All right. That's all I got. So, yeah, be nice to each other out there. Check on your strong friends. Check on all your friends, And I'll see you next time.